Hey guys, welcome back to Egyptian Delicacy, where it's been a long time. I haven't seen you guys for a long time, but today we're making something very special. As you can see here, this green leaves right here, we call it Mahshy in Arabic. So this is technically grapevine leaves. We're gonna stuff it today with some rice and some other ingredients the outcome is gonna be outstanding, I promise. These are the ingredients that we're gonna use. I'm not gonna get into the specifics. You're gonna get it in the description box, but these are all the stuff that we're gonna use today. We have to have this. This is parsley and onion, dill. This is basic right here. You cannot make stuffed grapevine leaves without these three ingredients right here. You will need some garlic, cumin, coriander. This is what do you call this? This is pomegranate molasses. If you don't have this in the store, you can substitute it with some lime juice. We have some chicken bouillon. We have some black pepper. This is sumac. This is Middle Eastern spices or herb. It's not a herb, it's a spice that you will find in most of the stores. If you have a Middle Eastern store nearby, you might want to give it a visit, or online. It's available online too. It's got a like lemony flavor to it. We're gonna use some dried mint. We're gonna use some salt, garlic, tomato paste, and this is some olive oil. And of course we'll need some rice. We're gonna stuff it with rice. So this is basmati rice, but any rice you have at home would do. If you have short grain or long grain rice, anything you have that will do. This has been soaked and washed and ready to go. This is some tomato. These are 5 Roma tomato. Like it's a medium size we just put it in a blender. So we're gonna use this. This, you may find it online if you don't have it in the stores. This is out of the jar, but there's a trick to it. And I'm gonna move to the stove to show you guys how we start this process. We have some boiling water on the stove, and this is the grapevine leaves that we got out of the jar. So before we drop it in here, we need to rinse it off under just running water. You rinse it off, and then we're gonna drop it in boiling water for like 30 seconds. And the purpose of this is just to soften this a little bit, so when we stuff it with the rice and all the other ingredients, it would be flexible. It won't be like stiff. And it doesn't have to be neatly dropped in this water. Just drop it randomly in the water here, just till you feel it's a little bit soft or flexible. This is the time you take it out of the water. I would say 30 seconds or no more than 30 seconds. It depends on how hot the water is. So the grapevine leaves here is ready. I'm just gonna take it out of the water and drop it in a baking sheet or any plate or anything that you have. You don't want to overcook it so it won't be mushy. Remember, this is just the process. This is stage A for this dish, so it won't be, we don't want this to be mushy. We just want it to be a little bit soft and flexible so we can stuff it here. And this is the rest of our ingredients here, or the quantity that we have for today. We're gonna start cooking the mixture that we're gonna stuff the grapevine leaves with. We're gonna start with some olive oil. Then we're gonna go with the onion and the garlic. Just stir. We're gonna give it a little bit of a stir. We're not cooking this. This is not gonna be fully cooked. We're just gonna stir everything on the stove before we stuff it in the grapevine leaves. You can put it on medium heat. Once you start smelling the garlic, you can start dropping your rice that's been washed and rinsed earlier. This is basmati rice. You can use any rice you have. In Egypt, we use short grain rice. This is mostly common back home. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil. So now we're gonna take this to the counter and we're gonna grab the grapevine leaves, and we're gonna start. I'm gonna start showing you guys how to start stuffing this and wrapping it. I cut the potatoes that we have, like a couple of potatoes that we cut into slices, and we put it in the bottom of your pan before we start stuffing the grapevine. This would prevent the grapevine not to be stuck to the bottom, and it's gonna absorb all the excess water or juices if it's not needed. So this is what it should look like. For the grapevine, so this is the size that we're looking for right here. This is the perfect size. Okay, so you will see this stem right here. You just need to cut it and just throw it away. You don't need that. And on a flat surface, you would need a plate or a counter, whatever that's comfortable for you. It's going to take a little bit of a practice from you. We need, this is the soft side. So the soft side is going to be on the bottom. Okay. Now we're going to grab the mixture that we cooked earlier. As I said earlier, you don't have to cook it. You can make it cold. And you place it in the middle here. Don't overstuff it because you don't want it to burst. Here, that's fine. And then these two sides right here, you're going to roll it over tightly around the mixture like this, and we're going to roll. And here the sides, you're going to fold them in. So think you're trying to secure the rice inside that leaf, and then keep rolling. Here you go. That is done. I'm gonna just place it in the pan here. I'm gonna show you guys the big size leaves that we have here, so it doesn't go to waste as well. So this is a humongous to be rolled as one grapevine. I'm gonna just take this stem off, and what you can do is see this line here in the middle. You're gonna cut it alongside with that line in half. This is a great meal for vegetarians or vegan, anybody who doesn't eat meat. This is an excellent dish for them. Here. So I'll show you guys how to roll this one right here. You're gonna grab your mixture. Obviously we're not gonna use a lot here. Hopefully I can get it right. Here. And then roll top around. Make sure it's well secured here, and then just tuck this in the edges around and roll, 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 and it's done. One more to show you guys. Here, the mixture in the middle. Some people add ground beef to this mixture. We don't. In Egypt, we really don't put ground beef in it, but other regions or other countries do. So here, you're going to roll, tuck it in, and then the sides. Of course, I'm going slow so I can show you guys, but man, my mom and my aunts and most women back home, they do it like robots. Let me finish this whole feast that I have here to roll this, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. This is the grapevine leaf after I stuffed it, and this is the whole quantity that we use today. It's a whole jar, so you just have to arrange it nicely like this and neatly, because eventually you're going to flip it over, so you don't want this to fall apart. So just, you know, put it in rows like this, and it'll be good to go. So now I'm going to get ready to put this mixture on the top. This is 1 cup of water that I added some chicken bouillon to it, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and I just stuck it in the microwave so it dissolves. So I'm going to pour it all over the grapevine leaf. I'm just going to see if I may need more water. I'll be able to tell in a little bit here. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil. That's enough. And these are like 4 cloves of garlic. We're going to just throw it on the top. And this is more pomegranate molasses. If you don't have it, that's fine. You don't have to add it. This is just an extra tip. At the end, you can add some lime juice when the whole, with the grape vine is cooked. You can add some lime juice. Okay, just gonna put the heat on and let it cook. But before it cooks, you need a plate like this. You need a flat plate, so you can put it like this upside down, so it keeps everything intact. Then you put the cover on and just put your heat on. We're gonna let it boil first before we put the heat down. So we're gonna keep an eye on this mixture. Just like a rice, just like you're cooking a regular rice. If you don't have chicken bouillon, you can add some chicken stock. The grapevine is cooked now. This is the final product. I'm gonna try this trick with you guys. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out, but we're about to find out. So I'm just gonna try to flip this over. There's technical difficulties. And voila, here it is. This is the grapevine, the stuffed grapevine leaves. I'm gonna grab one, taste with you guys. You too. It is really delicious. It is really good. It is yummy. When you guys try this recipe, please make sure to let me know how it turns out. As I said before, you can substitute the molasses with some lime juice. It is delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try it. Let me know. Bye.